Welcome, welcome. This is Vasi from Pet Pix Academy, and I'm so excited just because it's our Tuesday and it's really fantastic to be here and give you some good tips and tricks. So currently I am streaming to our Instagram as well and to our Facebook group, and also for some people who are going to be able to watch this. So hello, and happy Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here. It's a new week and it's really great because we are going to be hosting actually a contest starting next week on Monday, dedicated on back to school. If some of you had the opportunity to watch some of our stuff today, we did give you some tips and tricks, but I'm also going to give you some additional ones. You know, I always like to come live and teach you. If any of you who are watching, you have any questions, feel free, please, to ask me. So the most important thing is when we talk about back to school, and I understand our babies may not go to school, even though some of the kids I know, they may go to, behavior class, or they may go to rigidity, but our babies, they don't go to school. But why not us having fun? And why not? It doesn't matter where do you live around the world, just to enjoy it, just so nice to see you there. Hi, I got your voice message. I will listen it later. And so just to have fun, just to enjoy it, just to be able, thank you for the love, to come up with good and interesting themes and reasons to continue taking beautiful pictures of our furry babies. That's the beauty of it. And so talking about back to school, and some of the tips we gave today was, first of all, to come up with the idea. And you're probably wondering, because every single time when I come live or when I do video or a podcast, I always keep going back to the basics with the idea. An idea is very essential. It's kind of, if you want to go on a trip, you need to first know where to go. And then it's going to be easy to decide, are you going to be flying? Are you going to be driving? Or how exactly are you going to get to your final destination? And this is the same. So nice to see you there as well. This is the same what we do with our pictures. So back to school, let's talk about back to school. So again, the way I built my sessions, and you have seen, me, I keep photographing. I actually just finished picture there. That's why I'm a few minutes later today, photograph a few people. And so the idea is everything starts with the idea. How do you get inspired? Maybe again, you get inspired by picture. I typically would go to Pinterest, and I would look back to school. I would look at kids' pictures or toddlers, and this is how I kind of come up with the idea. Sometimes I get inspired by art pieces, or maybe by TV shows, or maybe by books, or maybe by magazine. But first it comes the idea. And then it's the fun part. Then it's the part when you're going to say, okay, so I have the idea. So let's create it. Let's decide where we are going to take the pictures, right? Are you going to take the pictures in your living room? Are you going to take them outside? And then once you know where, then it's easy peasy, because then you say, okay, I will do them. Let's say we'll assume to do it inside, in your living room. Okay, so I'm going to do them in my living room, and I will pick the best time of the day, so I have the best lighting in my living room. And a lot of you probably keep saying, Bavasi, you keep talking about the living room and about big window and lights, but maybe I live in somewhere, like I live in Bulgaria, or I don't live like with you in Florida, and my home is very dark. But then, friends, it's easy because there are different lights. In fact, my new lights came here. So if I have time, we can open them quickly, because I'm curious to see how they look like, and I will test them, and then we'll add them to my list with the equipment I recommend. But the idea is that, so you have the idea, we decided on the location, nice to see you there, and then it's easy. We are going to decide about the background, right? So background for back to school, what are we going to use? Well, you can use a blackboard, or you can use, like now a lot of you, like myself, I have like a few whiteboards I typically write when I teach classes, and in a little bit I'm teaching in our membership. So, but the problem with the board, it's like, actually, I do have this little thing, which it's, so look at this. Do you see this reflection? And this is what you're going to face with your blackboard, reflection. So the next question is, how do we avoid reflection, right? Well, honestly, easy, because this is the shortcut for you. So do you see this right now? So the way you avoid it is just simply through changing the angle. Changing the angle of the board, or changing a little bit the angle of your light. And of course, yes, if you're outside, it's just easy. You can slightly change your position of where you are standing, where you're going to be holding your phone or your camera to take the picture. But this is what, dear friends, you're going to face the reflection. And look at this, no reflection, reflection, no reflection. And that's the beauty of it. You can just simply, honestly do it yourself, but those are the little things a lot of people, they don't tell you. Every time when I teach, I just decided, you know what, I will come and I will give really information to my people, just because I do care about each of you. And yes, it took me many years to learn my craft, but I'm here to save your time and to show you how you can do it yourself. So yes, so we can be a board, and it can be also, will be really cool. Like you can get, if you have like an old picture, and you can just, get white paper and just, with the double tape, you can add it to the picture, as long, of course, you don't damage the surface. And then you can even get like a black marker, and you can start writing the alphabet. So again, we live all around the world. So for you might be English, or maybe Bulgarian, or maybe German, or maybe French. And again, write just the first few letters of the alphabet, the language, your primary language, because there are some accounts, like I never will forget, for Tifa. She, her and her mommy live in Mexico. They came to our Pet Pics Academy podcast. And, that was the big question. So nice to see you there. Hi, Prince Louis, mommy. The question is, if you are bilingual or trilingual, then which language it's going to be your Instagram account on, right? Because that's really, it's like interesting question. So of course, I believe that you still need to focus. So nice to see you there. Hi, New York is girls. I hope, and I'm looking forward to having you on the podcast. It will be fantastic. And so, yes, so back to school picture, just easy. Have the idea, have the background, create it. You don't need to get things. You just look at what you have around and what you can do it yourself. And then just the first few letters will be really great. And then the next thing now, once you have the background, you can also get backgrounds. They're different companies. Like I really personally like Kata's backgrounds. The backgrounds are really good. They're, you can wash them. I think that's the problem with a lot of backgrounds. I myself use Backdrop Outlet as companies. I buy my backgrounds just because I can wash them. Like recently I had an accident with one on my backdrop. It was easy, washing machine and dryer on my backdrop stand, and it's ready. So, then we got this set up. So the next thing is going to be, so nice to see you there. It's what we are going to do regarding props. So what type of props are you going to use, right, in your pictures? Well, it's very easy. We know that you can get school supplies, you can get pencils or pen or notebooks. Sometimes you can get just regular books. If you have older books, wow, that's really amazing. Maybe if you have, even paper, that's what we do. Like we do graduation pictures. We'll actually take paper, and we can kind of fold it. And maybe you can get few papers, and that can be something, apples, definitely. It's back to school. Maybe you can have a basket with few apples and few books and, few pencils, and just kind of decorate it in one side. And then you can have your babies. Of course, their safety will come first. Maybe you can have a little car. I mean, with car, can you imagine? And a backpack? Your babies are going to school with the backpack on the car. And then your background will be very important, but then it's easy because simply, friends, you can just, That's one thing I really teach a lot in our membership and our classes, the Canva class, how you can remove backgrounds, but this is the key. A lot of you may think, oh, Vasi, there are a lot of apps. We can remove the background. But the truth is that, yes, you can remove the background, but the idea is to look realistic, not to look like you just cut it off and you place it there. You know, that's one thing. I do a lot of digital composite. I'm actually really passionate when I teach in the membership, when I teach in our, Canva class, editing class. I'm passionate to edit and design. I call it a digital magic, but just the whole idea that you look realistic as much as possible. And this is one thing I encourage you. So what you can do is you can even reuse or repurpose old pictures of your furry babies, right? But then you can just simply again, maybe use a frame. There are different apps you can do frames. So maybe you can add some elements with few books and, a backpack, or just, like a building, like a school, just like all of those things. And this is actually one of the reasons why for our flyers in PetPix, we did actually use what we did, it's like we did use this, the yellow school bus, because this is a great symbol of back to school. So think about, and yes, you can even get like some, from Amazon, you can find really like very inexpensive, small little, do you know what I probably need to do? I will write this down. I will give you list for back to school stuff. Yeah, back to school. Yeah. Props. Yeah, that's what they will do. I will post it in a couple of days, so you can, if you're interested, you can go and download it. But the idea is that, think about small elements which don't cost a lot of money, and you can implement it like $1 store. Just really look around and you'll be surprised how much you have around you. So nice to see you, Roberto. A special thank you to Roberto. It's my inspiration. He's incredible, very talented, pet couture, award-winning designer. He was our incredible guest to our podcast last week on Thursday. And if you didn't listen to this podcast episode, go to our bio, go to PetPix Academy. But Roberto, you are incredible. You are my inspiration. And I'm absolutely, completely in love with your designs and your website with all the cool videos you have. So thank you so much for popping in. Hopefully we'll be back in our podcast, because I'm so inspired. So thank you very much for tuning in. And so I hope that all of those ideas are really good. So again, you can use an app, you can, repurpose old picture with a plain background, add a nice frame, and that's how you can create it. So a couple of things here I also wanted to share you. So yesterday I opened my mailbox and this is what I saw. So this is from my very special friend, Gina. She is Fit for Royalty Crowns. She was so generous to participate and gifted one of her beautiful crowns for our 4th of July contest. But this is the beauty, that now for our contest starting next week, she is also donating a beautiful crown, and I'm so excited. So with you here having fun, like I have been, my daughter asked me, Vasi, mommy, what is here? And I'm like, well, she said, I want to open it. I'm like, no. Yeah, I love you, my sweetheart, but mommy is going to open it with her friends. And so of course, whoever, now the idea for the contest, and we'll keep talking, it's that you can post as many pictures as you like. So this is the beauty of it, dear friends, that's why I'm giving you the ideas in advance, so you can think about and decide what would you like to do, and give you enough time to get the material. So you can post as many pictures as you like. The most important, it's to tag us. So you tag Mary Evan Designs. She's our admin. Happy birthday to Mary Evan. She's donating beautiful outfit. She creates only one of a kind. Also Gina, for our Fit for Royalty crowns. She's donating beautiful crown, again, which will be different than whatever she sent me. I don't know what she sent me. And also we have Lily Pope. She's fantastic designer. She's very well known with the beautiful glass designs she creates. And of course, PetPix, we are going to donate, we're going to gift one of our classes. So let's see what, oh my God, friends, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. You're part with me. Oh, and look at how professional. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Gina. Oh my God. Look at this, friends. She said, Vasi, I will send you so you can take pictures of your clients and students. Well, I guess Delilah will be my local pet person, and of course, all of my clients. You know, I typically photograph over 1,000 furry kids and now teach people from all around the world. But look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Look at that. This is just such a beautiful and incredible piece of art. Oh my gosh, friends, look at this. I wish I was a doggy or a kitty cat. Like, look at how oh, by the way, it's matching my outfit, it's blue. And what I like about it is, do you see that you can extend it, which is really great. You can look at this. So I'm sorry, it's like even messy. Like you can extend it. And look at how incredible, beautiful. Thank you so much, Gina. Woohoo! Thank you for making Vasi so happy. And I will promise I will take some really fantastic and beautiful pictures. And again, when you take pictures of beautiful items, you know, keep in mind it's that, and you can even see here, it's very like, it's not going to, because before I entered this world, I was getting these crowns from low quality from Amazon. I cannot deny it, but they always were rubbing the baby's heads, you know. But now not anymore, because the beauty of it that with this part it becomes bigger, so you can definitely I'm sorry, friends, and look at this, a different label. Gina, you're spoiling Vasi here. Wow, again, thank you very much. Fit for Royalty crown. Thank you, Gina. Oh, look at this, friends. Look at how incredible and beautiful it's this. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you imagine your babies? And so you can do fashionista back to school pictures of your baby or babies. And again, you can have, that will be really cool. So you can have a bunch of books and an apple, and then you can have the crown of your baby, right? Sorry, I wish yeah, I wish I was a doggy. Gina, please, when I go to, can you make me one for Vasi? Can you make for humans for when I go to G-Girl homecoming event? Look at this. Look at how funny but they're beautiful. I know. Christy, Lily's mommy, it's here again. Thank you to Christy, Lily's mommy, for being Pet Pics Academy, amazing and incredible admin and helping the magic happen. But look at this. Look at Gina, really, like, this is fantastic. So friends, I hope you show your support. I'm going to talk a little later once I finish I'm going to teach in a little bit in our membership, which I, by the way, would encourage you friends to come and join us. A lot of you have been asking me, Vasi, you know, it's summer, it's kind of rough now. Honestly, our membership, friends, it's truly only $1 for 14 days. And you tell me $1 what it is, I cannot buy even coffee. And then when you start, I just now restructure our membership. So you start and you're going to start watching our starting kit, which is going to show you about editing and a lot of basic stuff. And then you can join the membership and start participating every Tuesday, or just watch the replays and you have access to me, and I will give you feedback on your pictures and social media and teach you all. But you know, our membership, it's really great. And then the classes are going to teach you everything. By the time you complete it, it's recorded this week on Thursday. I'm teaching Photoshop class. And then the next one I'm going to be on video, and then again social media and etc. But I want to say a very special thank you to Gina from Fit for Royalty Crowns for sending those beautiful and amazing crowns, and I cannot wait to show you how they're going to look like in back to school pictures. Participate in our contest. You know, keep you know, we are going to continue posting. I hope you watch and rewatch and you share this with your friends. Don't forget also to tag Pet Pics, you know, not only for back to school, because that's going to be the only way for us, tagging us and sharing stories, to know that you're participating in the contest, but overall keep tagging us with the rest of the pictures. And this is for now. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for, you know, being part of Pet Pics Academy. I hope that you really learn, because that's my goal. I want to teach you everything what it took me 9.5 years, how you can simplify it and just simply using your cell phone to create a pet, and you can do it. And very special thank you to Gina from Fit for Royalty crowns for these beautiful and amazing crowns, and I cannot wait. I'm like, where is my camera? Where is Chico? Come, Mama, I can take pictures of you. But I will keep sharing you with you, and that's it, just for back to back to school pictures. Come up with the idea, pick up the background, think about reflection, think about your props, think about maybe even reusing old pictures, and then again, dressing up your babies will be really cute. Fashionista, back to school, maybe you can have like a fancy pen and a fancy notebook, and that's really awesome. So thank you so much, friends. Enjoy your day. Again, as I like to say in our podcast, this is Vasi from Pet Pics Academy. Please make sure you go listen our podcast, show us your support. We are very lucky to say today we launched episode number 86 with the amazing Miss Trixie and her mommy Chloe. They have over 70,000 followers, and she shares very valuable tips and tricks on how you can grow your social media, the apps she uses in her editing. And it's normal that it's not only me taking a lot of pictures and me being particular about editing, but there are other people who follow the trends. So listen that and let's have fun. See you soon. Bye bye. See you there. Bye everyone. Bye bye there. Bye. Woohoo! And I'm going now in our membership. So see you there, dear friends. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.